The historic of precipitation, for example, in Morocco, gives us the impression that there is a continued or clear path where the availability of water at the national level is decreasing. The availability of water worldwide is not the same. It can be as heterogeneous as you can think of it. From personal or any other experience, you've been in places where water is very available, if you will. Nordic countries, if you've been even in equatorial countries in Africa, it rains every night and 1,500 millimeters per year. That's quite enough. But in the Mediterranean area, in the Middle East, those are all places with hydric or hydraulic stress. Scarcity is basically when you need more of something that you're able to afford. That be it water or something else, that's what scarcity is, So there's the shift in seasons, and by all means, the growing season is getting tinier. And that will have consequences and implications for both for what you can expect as a yield, but also for the choices that you need to make. The fact is that water is at the heart of this discussion because there is changing climate as you go back to either temperature or especially that is closer to us, to precipitation and to rainfalls. But if you take what's available, that's been lower and lower. In our daily lives, what we do has repercussion on everything. Water is part of the industrial process in many products, agricultural products and others. There should be maybe some effort to increase or raise the awareness when it comes to some products that are more consuming of water. The need to change habits applies to everybody, and it's one of the solutions. Probably have to change some of our economic or way of life, if you will, because until now we present ourselves as an agricultural country. So in many aspects, that's gonna dictate to some extent which type of crops are gonna be more adequate or more appropriate for a new reality or new calendar that's being imposed by the changes that are happening, basically. So this is like something where adaptation can take over and where people need to move to crops that are more adapted to the growing season. In Morocco, it seems like we have a lot of costs, but at the same time, the cost of producing water from seawater or even from brackish water is kind of high. If you can reuse wastewater, the technologies are here for that, more desalination, then that's an effort to be made as well, because that's going to be less costly. But you also have to look at the acceptance by the people of those new solutions or those new alternatives for water. You look at what you have and you make your decision based on what's available, based on the data that the trends, based also on the risk and based on the needs,